Hi, everybody. Welcome back to year number 2 of 3 Good Minutes. I keep saying another week, so it's like week 1 of year 2.
Year 2, week 1, like season 2, episode 1.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm Jen. This is Ryan. We are office created at Newmark, and since we did a year,
like 2 years, we're a year in, and I still have a hard time with my hands. You still find that that's a problem for you? You look so natural.
Not really. They just kind of hang at my sides. You were the actor, so
I know. I feel like I should have figured this out by now.
maybe it's why you're in real estate.
Probably.
Last week we talked about the year in review. So this year we thought we'd talk about some of our predictions for the year looking forward. And I think that as we started to see, there are a small percentage of companies that we've run across who have said, you know what, as we're all starting to go back, we are going to try this whole remote thing. And I think that that is going to last not long, and then those same clients and companies are going to come back to us and say, you know what, actually we do need an office that services us in this way.
Totally agree.
Great.
That doesn't happen a lot. That's too bad.
Oh.
No, I think that we had one client, as we've mentioned a couple times last year, who was the only client we actually had out of many hundreds, who said, we're not going back to the office ever again, and we're getting rid of it altogether. And then they came to us 3 weeks ago and said, yeah, this isn't working out for us, so we're going to take our office back. And they have. And so I think going forward, we see, yes, I think you're right. Do you think people go back eventually? But I bet it's 2023 before that happens.
What are we in? July of 2021? No, I disagree with you. I don't think it takes that long.
No?
I think it's mid 2022.
So 12 months from now, basically, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that bet. I don't think so. I think people are going to want to see what it's like to attract and retain talent. And I also think people want to see if they can find talent in other parts of the country from wherever their office is located and see how that's working from a cultural perspective. And I think that takes time to kind of develop and figure out.
I don't disagree with that, but I also think that if we talked about many, many weeks ago, the average millennial thinks that, or the average Gen Z employee thinks that a long time to work for a company is 13 months. So if you're talking about that amount of time, millennial thing, talking about that amount of time, then they're not going to be able to retain that talent more than a year, depending upon what they're doing. And I also think that we are going to enter a world where everyone wants things. Anything more than a year is going to feel like a long time.
Fair.
I think that's why there will be a return of co-working. I think that WeWork will have a resurgence. We were touring the other day. They said they had 16 move-ins in one location in one day. And I think that is driven by still the challenge that landlords have with offering TIs and then a short-term lease. And I think that, shared space service providers do offer that flexibility. And I think that's actually even more attractive coming out of the last 18 months.
Yeah, so I think that the key to that also is going to be how people use the space, which I know we've talked about ad nauseum on this now episode 53 forever. But I think that as people actually get back into their offices around the country, I know we're back in certain parts of the country, but more so in other parts of the country, and actually start to use it in this new way, I think that will also dictate, do we stay? Do we go? Do we keep our current space? Do we find something new? Can we go bigger, smaller? How does this shape and size feel? And I think it's going to take them some time to figure that out. But I think in the next 12 months, we see a lot of change in how people use it. Remember a year ago from now, a year ago today, we were talking about plexiglass and tow pools and all these crazy things that really never came to be.
No, but we never really thought they were going to come to be.
Oh my God, we said people on the show it was going to be, so.
I don't think we did.
We did.
No, I don't think so.
Really?
No.
Okay.
I think that masks are coming back at some point in certain parts of the country. I think that.
I hope not.
I just think it.
I think the other thing that will make a huge resurgence, quite honestly, is retail.
I was going to say the same thing.
I really do. I think retail, real estate, we've already seen it throughout California and New York and Boston and Chicago too, major cities. And I think that major cities, smaller cities, secondary cities, whatever, I think retail is going to make a huge comeback in a dramatically different way.
Very different.
Probably with dramatically smaller footprints.
Lots of food, lots of retail support. So like hub and spoke to support food service and delivery of all retail and hubs. And I think I agree with you, but yes,
And then my last prediction is I think a year from now, industrial real estate is still the darling of commercial real estate. I really went out on a limb on that one.
Wow.
But I'm feeling pretty good about that.
One good thing. We didn't do it last week. Back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Oh, wow. There's so much happening right now with one good thing. I thought about, Shohei in the home run derby, which I thought was great. And, well, his home run derby wasn't, but his first half of the season was. I thought about seeing stadiums full. I went to my first sporting event last week, which was really incredible, with a full arena. That was awesome. I'm gonna go sports here, but more importantly, as you've learned over the last 53 weeks, we like sports, travel, kids. My one good thing this week is my daughter's 9th birthday. Happy birthday, Camden. I love you.
That's a good one. Yes. Happy birthday, Cam. I'm Jen. This is Ryan. We will see you next week. And I'm not sure what we're talking about yet. So see you then.
I think I know. Bye.